And we are live. The numbers are ticking. And I'll tell you, we could quite possibly be the most hated people in arm wrestling at the moment. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, welcome. But if you're not, we have just come back from Las Vegas and we have had the time of our life. A little later on, we'll be able to make some announcements and things like that. And I tell you, if I was your financial manager, I would be saying invest in what we're doing and we will explain why. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling show in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and joining me is the man that took a couple of chair shots. Wow. Almost a week ago.
I've got some things to say to the Steiner brothers.
Man, it was. And of course, I'm talking about my man, John Thompson. And for everyone that has been berating us on the internet since the match has come out from Bicep Bash, thank you, because laughter is the best medicine. And Gilbert is laughing it. John, man, how fucking cool was Bicep Bash?
You know, I was trying. My wife is like, so what did you think about it in the end? And I it's almost to the point where I can't quite find the words. I can't, when you've been hunting for something, you've been searching for it, you've been driving for it, you've put it out there into the universe a million times over, and then it finally happens. It finally happens. Even though everybody told you were wrong, everybody told you not to do it this way, don't do it that way. Sorry to disappoint you. It happened. It happened, and it was awesome. And it was everything the whole time was absolutely everything I hoped it would be, and more. Actually, significantly more.
It was significantly more. Let me tell you about my week. First of all, before we say hi to everyone, I truly have to thank Armsports Entertainment. Without them, the dream wouldn't happen. And it started off, honestly, in January, I was in a bit of a rut. I've never mentioned this out loud, but I was in a bit of a rut. And I was literally banging my head, and I was very close to making I'm chasing other dreams video, and I'm going to have some time off. The phone rings, and I'm sitting at this computer, and it's Tim Talmadge from Armsports Entertainment, and I'm wearing a Wrestlemania shirt, and he says to me, "It's funny you're wearing that shirt," and proceeds to tell me, "I'm going to bring you to Wrestlemania and work with Scott Steiner." Now Tim knows this, and you know this, John. Very excited, but of course very skeptical.
Yeah.
Because it is arm wrestling. So anyway, as everything's going on, it's great. So then Tim goes, he rings me again while I'm bathing my girls. He goes, "We'll come and do Bill Collins' event the weekend before in Arizona." So where it came from there, I commentate Bill Collins' event. It was so cool. There were so many people there. Tim surprises me. I flew on a semi-private plane. If there are any NFL fans out there, I think it's Kyle Murray, the quarterback for the Cardinals, was at the same airport as us. And I flew on a semi-private plane from Arizona to Vegas. And then that was just the start of absolute chaos. And the fact that Tim has access to so much in the arm wrestling world, and the fact that he wasn't the one that gave up on us.
Yeah.
Because we publicly call people out. We don't bow down. We don't make apology videos. This is what we do, and this is how we do it. And Tim got in it and believed in it, and the amount of dreams that came true, beyond. Meeting Steve Austin, Arn Anderson saying we're one of the boys. You were gripping up with JBL.
Yeah.
Lex Luger sitting next to us.
Ron Simmons loves us.
Ron Simmons is our buddy.
Yeah.
And this is the start of it. So before I get a little bit of inside of your week, we got to say hi to the truest people that stick around. And yeah, Anthony Bortolotta, you superstar, stop hurting my head with your name. We didn't get to meet the Drew 24. We're in his backyard. Drew, you probably wouldn't have liked it. One, you should have been at Bicep Bash, so that's on you because that event was fucking amazing. But we were way too busy working. It honestly, what we had to do, not what we had to do. We chose to do it. Yeah, we were flat out.
Flat out. And there may have not been ever in my life a period of 4 days where I've worked so hard but not cared.
Nope.
Like, not one bit.
I sacrificed partying all night so I could be fresh as a daisy to work. That never happens. Right. I've done live commentary for 8-9 hours hungover, you know.
Yeah.
This was something else. Arch Dog is in there. Mr. Peanut. So, and this comment I like. No, not that one. I'm sick of pissing in your pocket, Tim. Great show, fellas. Lot of fun. Jar Cobbin saw it for what it was. There was good arm wrestling, and then there was fucking shenanigans. You know.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Very awesome, says PG23. Steiner still got something. We'll speak about the match in a moment, which is good. The lucky ones, females in arm wrestling, the awesome Aussie arm wrestlers, graced us with all this glory. Yes, King. Also, hi, John. Enjoyed your performance.
Thank you.
Stick around. I'll be on their show hosting their press conference.
Oh, when's that?
They have 2 round robins coming up. I think it's 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Saturday morning Eastern Standard Time.
Nice.
Which is 1 a.m. Sunday morning time. But I am looking forward to it.
So on your channel or their channel? On
their channel, and the events will follow on their channel afterwards.
Cool.
So thank you very much. Make sure you go subscribe to The Lucky Ones. It's going to be awesome. I did say Saturday morning, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's Sunday morning, my time, 1 a.m. Saturday, 11 a.m. your time, correct?
Yeah.
Ron Simmons, hell of a college football player, Florida State legend. And he's our buddy. He wanted it. Anyway, mate. We'll get to Vegas in a moment, mate. I'll give you this quick story, and then I want to hear John's side of things. So when they were shaving my head, Rick Steiner, the joke was all weekend, shave his eyebrows. And I was like, hey, guys, no, you're not shaving my eyebrows. This shit's fucked. I love my wife. Everyone knows that. And I told them, I am willing to throw hands if you come for my eyebrows.
You were pretty adamant about it.
I was. I don't have many rules, but I will defend my rules to the hill. Mm-hmm. And so as I was shaving it, Rick's like, get his eyebrows. And Scott came in, and I pushed his hand away, and he's like, no, man, I'm not going to do your eyebrows. And I was like, okay, cool.
Well, I was going to help you, but I was unconscious under the arm wrestling table, so I couldn't do too much.
What a chaotic week experience. What have you got to say to it? And now as a few more people are coming in, I need to address how this was a successful event.
Yeah.
It was like tell us about your week leading into it. You got to Vegas just a few hours before us. I'll give everyone I may as well take my hat off. Give everyone a look at the chrome dome. No more receding hairline jokes until it grows back, if it grows back.
Ooh, right. See, you could almost pass as not being a balding man. if you just kept it. You'd be like, no, I just like to shave my head. I'm not bald.
Yeah.
I like to shave my head. Yeah.
I like to Bruce Willis it.
Very nice. Okay. So I'll go back. Very similar introduction. I think we might have even been on the same phone call, maybe, when Tim FaceTimed us. This was probably like 2 months ago, maybe a little bit more. And he brought up the idea of us doing something with Scott Steiner and all that. And I'm just like, huh? What now? What? So for me, I'm like, well, this is it. This is the one. And I abandoned all of my regular lifting routine and went hard into get big time. Get big. And I got as big as possible in those 2 months prior to that. But going into it, so we get to Vegas. I don't know if I'm going to go in correct order here, but
mate, the whole thing, trying to explain to my wife everything was hard enough.
I was pretty nervous to meet the guys, right? Because it's like we've met a lot of people that are, famous and whatnot, and I've kind of, come to the point where I'm like, that's fine. I can meet famous people, but these guys are a little different because they're not just famous people. They are like people who were in my life on a weekly basis for over 10 years, right? In some of the most formidable times of your life when you're, 10 to 20 years old. And so meeting them was almost like finding unicorns or something like that. Finding a unicorn in the wild. And you shake the hands of these guys and you can that yes, they're a little bit older now. They're not prime peak condition, but you can feel it in the handshake, right?
Rick Steiner's hand.
Rick Steiner has a bicep on the bottom of his hand. It's literally, whoop. I'm like, what? I had to shake his hand twice because I'm like, what? How did you get that? I want it now. No idea. But that was the first thing that struck me is just they give off the aura, but you can just feel it. You can just feel that it's right there. So I think the first night where we shot, where we did the thing in the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. So, literally like 2 or 3 hours after we'd landed.
So, all right, I'll tell this story because this one's pretty good too. So the idea was we were going to cut a little video, which you probably saw, where Scott pushed me. Basically, he launched me into the next room. And we just wanted it to be this quick little thing. And we were kind of thinking about it, and Scott was like, something's missing. And then he goes, tits.
Yeah, he did.
And so he goes and he grabs the she's a waitress or the hostess or whatever. And
she was a waitress that we met earlier.
And in Vegas, as you know, all waitresses of every kind have very voluptuous, showy-offy breasts, right? So he brings her. I love
how you go with like a very articulate word and then match it with showy-offy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm true to myself. So he puts her over by me, and then that's why I'm talking to the chick on the couch when he comes up to me. And it was that was probably the coolest thing. I mean, the match was amazing, but being able to actually work with Scott and like give ideas and learn.
Accept the ideas. He wasn't a dick. He was just like, that. I like that. That's great. Good. He was awesome like that.
And I would say I learned, like I've been watching pro wrestling for well over 30 years, right? Both of us have. I learned a lot in that 4 or 5 day space. A lot of things that I didn't think of, a lot of things about how to get the maximization of energy and intensity and story and all that stuff. And it was just like in the past, I've met famous people and then I've been like, I wish I hadn't.
Yeah.
Because they're dickheads or whatever. That was not the case.
I
still cannot believe how excellent and gracious and kind all those guys were. So cool. So just nice. Like, no, we hit it off immediately. Like within the first dinner night, we were taking the piss out of each other from across the table.
Yeah. Awesome. We made sure we sat next to him, that's for sure. All right, let's say hi to some legends in the chat, and then we'll share some more stories. But we're going to go through some fun comments a little later on, and some fun announcements as well. And I met Aaron.
Yeah, how cool is Aaron?
I like Aaron.
Yeah,
I like Aaron a lot. Megatron's in there. Yo, Aussie, Uncle Jon. I love the matches, and I love the Uncle Jon Steiner match.
Thank you, Megatron.
It is awesome. Most people are talking about Uncle Jon's new massive look, says GB.
I am quite. I was quite massive. I remain massive, and I hope to continue to be massive.
There you go. Aussie ArmWrestler looks like a light bulb in a t-shirt. The weird thing is, I've got my light on white. Like, that's yellow, and that almost looks more clearer.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what's going on there, but maybe you're, I don't know. It's just too much intensity coming off the dome.
Yeah, that's fine. Jake is yellow, full-grown, but grey hair shape. The shadows look like... Nobody has mentioned the fact that I am the best friend in the world, and I shaved my mustache off. That is a big deal. No, Greg Brown wasn't in Vegas, but I got to hang out with him in Arizona. He's cool, man. I'm a Greg Brown fan. Yeah. A lot of time for Greg. A lot of time. Oh, and I went to Mexico. Accidentally walked into a strip club.
Accidentally.
Oh, yeah. I was ambushed. So what had happened was, we went to Mexico. Tim just wanted to show me you could walk across the border. We're going to grab something to eat. Everything was closed at like 4 p.m. It must have been a siesta or something. And anyway, this one thing, I can hear a bit of music. There's someone at the door, and it literally says Olympiacos, and it has the Olympic rings. I'm like, this is a sports bar, guys. Let's go in there. Nope.
Oh, boy. Different type of competition.
That the event was awesome, says A Stark. Appreciate you, my guy. Met this guy, 16 years old in Arizona. Yeah. Him and a 15-year-old stole the show. This is Maximus. Really nice dude. Looking forward to seeing more matches with him. Hope to see you at Arizona State, Maximus. He's in the amateurs, killing it.
Love it.
We need to get this guy for a bicep bash, I reckon.
Yes.
Ryan Bussier.
He's got the look.
Absolutely, he does. Chemistry was there between you and John, you and Scott. Everyone's saying how good my hair is. Jason Merlot's in there. You guys are hair brothers. David Jansen is in the chat as well as Hound Stuff. David loved a bit of Bicep Bash. Now, look, what we're doing isn't to become like the #1 arm wrestling promotion in the world. But I can tell you, I'm not going to name names, John. But some very known arm wrestlers might have been sliding in our DMs asking more about the event.
Yeah.
Not going to name names, but people saw money.
Yeah.
What this is doing is we're going to have great arm wrestling matches. I thought Ryan Ballesteros and Jordan Sill was a great arm wrestling match.
Yeah.
Even though there was a lot of double Kings move, but having 700 pounds on the table with Leroy Walker and Saray Brown was good. Think of WAL with awesome characters. I loved Jeff Hale.
Right.
Where people are missing the mark of what was produced at Bicep Bash was we try and sell arm wrestling cards of the world's best. Some even signed. $20, please, and you get 14. Not too sure. What about a T-shirt? $15. Not too sure. Okay, East versus West have 30 of the best arm wrestlers in the world. $20, please. Oh, man, that's a bit too much. Arm wrestling. What we were going for was we attended a WrestleCon and people were paying $120 for a photo with their favorite athletes. $80 for a signature. Up to $100 if it was a specialty item. The pro wrestling fans loved the event. They were talking about it at the event. They were talking about it at WrestleCon to Scott Steiner. Hey, man, why are you hanging out with Scott and Rick? He hit you with a chair. Bicep Bash was awesome. So we need these pro wrestling fans in our sport.
Yeah.
Now, you think about it. When we were young, we watched Over the Top, one of the best movies in the world. Obviously, when you go back and rewatch it after training for years, the arm wrestling's a bit, but the movie's still great. What we are doing at Bicep Bash, or what we did, was to engage an audience at WrestleMania weekend to showcase our sports. You saw Don Underwood, Brandon Allen, Ryan Ballesteros. They were enjoying those matches. And then they got to see Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, Ron Simmons. You know, then shenanigans with the chair. The arm wrestling world needs to calm down and shut the fuck up. Honestly, we had these amazing sponsors, and even they commented, "Man, your fans are so toxic." That's the word they used. They went and had a look on Reddit and my YouTube comments and some old videos, and they're like, "I thought you guys are wanting to grow the sport." And all John and I could say was, we know. Mm-hmm. We know. Now, the next one, the next one will probably give it away for free. So you don't even have to buy a pay-per-view to watch. Now, if you don't like it and you don't want the shenanigans and everything, and you don't like WWE, that's fine. Yeah. There are plenty of other arm wrestling promotions to watch. But this will grow, and this is just fun. Like, you might watch Animal Geographic because you want the facts about the animals and things like that. And then once in a while, you just want to chuck on some reality TV. You just want to watch and switch your brain off. This is what this arm wrestling event can do. And you get looked after. So when everyone's attacking us in the comments and saying it's not needed, we watched that WrestleCon was probably a $5 million event.
Yeah.
Now, I might be overshooting the number. I know Tim's in the chat. John, you were there. But, like, and the names of the sponsors that are coming through for the next event, I'm not sure if we can announce it, but
huge names. Look, I will do nothing but absolutely support everything you just said.
I reckon 8 to 10 million that weekend.
That much money coming through those doors. Here's what I've come to learn. I love arm wrestling. I'm not supposed to be an arm wrestler. Okay? I'm supposed to be a performer. And that from day one, I've told that to every promoter I've ever worked with. I said, look, yeah, I'll arm wrestle for you, but I'm more of a performer. And if I don't perform during my match, I'm not really happy. I have never been more happy than I was at Bicep Bash. I have never been more happy than I was doing the WrestleCon and experiencing that type of community where everybody's just like, this is awesome. This is awesome. That's awesome. And to tell you the truth, my prediction is that all these fucking promoters who shit on this are going to be copying it in a couple of years. That's what's going to happen. And I'm going to slap them all silly because all they've done is tried to shit down our throats for years and years. Fuck you.
But, you know, and look, I don't mind this. It's like, what the fuck, this? No, this is fake WWF bullish. Please, no. And that's fine. You can have that, but in the most polite way possible, you are wrong. You are wrong. Like, it will have...
East versus West. That's fine. Because they don't have any bullshit matches at East versus West. They don't ever have any fake matches at East versus West, right? Right? That's it, right? Yeah, fuck off with that bullshit.
There's plenty to go around. There really is. There's plenty to go around. People are having events and tournaments all weekend, and it's quite funny. Quickly, shout out to Robert Kelly. That's how far behind I am.
Hey,
but yeah, I don't know about you, John, but geez, it's, you know, I'm not going to name these people publicly, but a lot of people want in on the next one. They were, oh my God. And I think the key word is fun. Bicep Bash looked like so much fun. And it was.
I mean, come on. How many times do I get to do this? I had entrance gear, guys. I had entrance gear. It was fucking amazing. Amazing.
You know, Tyron says it was really good. Everything about it. It was just fun, Tyron. It was just fun, and it just amazes me. Like I would love to gather all these people that constantly barrage negative comments, and they have a right to, whatever, and ask why that is their go-to straight away with everything.
Well, it's because they don't want arm wrestling to actually grow. These people who are still complaining about all this shit want arm wrestling to remain small so they can feel more relevant within its boundaries. Period.
Yeah, look, okay, so that'd be good to go back and watch. A lot of hating comments on the Triller chat also, and that's fine.
Good. Let the hate flow. Because guess what, boys? In my world, the more you hate me, the better I'm doing. That's how it works now. That's how it works. You guys are the ones who know.
Which probably leads us to... So I'll just quickly do this one and I'll get to some stuff. When WWE legends think we were amazing and were happy to meet us, that's when it hits hard and they love what they've been watching. So which leads into like a fun announcement for John and I. Scott Steiner would like us to help him with his YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. He just launched a YouTube channel. I'll share it on the screen now. So we're not sure what our role is at the moment. Let me just get it up on the screen. There you go. But Big Papa Pump would like us to help with his YouTube channel.
Yeah, what's he already got? Almost 3,000 subscribers already.
I'll press the refresh button because it's been a minute. 2.8.
There you go.
And so we're very lucky there that he wants us to help with that. Go check it out at Real Big Papa Pump. Yeah. So something has gone correct because he loved the arm wrestling and he was really cautious of helping the sport of arm wrestling, you know, and straight away, a gentleman by the name of Chris Van Vliet, just over 650,000 subscribers on YouTube, shared this straight away. As soon as, Scott Steiner's on YouTube, let me share it. So, yeah. So that's a huge announcement for John and I, like a dream come true that we get to do it, and we've always done it. No. Sorry, Archon. Yes, we have, buddy. It's this comment.
The Mastermind. I like that one. That was pretty good.
Megamind. Have you seen that cartoon?
I do know the character. Yes.
Yeah. It was So it was just fun, but like, and we're at a stage now where if we can get these pro wrestling fans over, which we've been screaming for quite a long time, then it's better for everyone involved. Like, if you're a part of Armsports Entertainment, you might be able to get like flights, hotel, and get paid to arm wrestle at an Armsports Entertainment event, not just like an opportunity. Like the big plans these guys have got with WWE Hall of Famers. We were watching people cry getting a photo with the Steiners because they were so excited to meet them. We saw, what was it, like 500 deep for Matt Hardy, Ric Flair, Mike Tyson, Ronda Rousey. Yeah. While everything's always aimed, we've got to be like the UFC. We've been screaming this for 5 years. No, we need a bit more of this Armsports Entertainment, WWE. Now, I'm not saying that every fucking match has to have a chair shot or things like that. But if these legends want to attend our events, that can only be good.
Yeah, I think that, certainly we will grow. Bicep Bash will grow. And it will change with time. This first event was kind of like, let's see what we can do. And I think it was really, really good. Really came off well, especially to the pro wrestling community. I think the pro wrestling community unanimously stood up and said, what the fuck did we just see? And are you telling me that Scott Steiner, when was the last time Scott Steiner was in action? It's been a minute, right? It's been a minute. These are opportunities for these guys to feel it again.
Yeah.
Feel that same feeling they felt in the ring, to get back in there and tell the story and pump the crowd up. Let me tell you, after you go watch, because that match is up on your channel now.
Yep.
Go and watch after round 1. I got pissed and the whole crowd started chanting USA. And I was up there stomping my feet and telling people to shut up because they needed to shut up. But it was probably my favorite moment of the night.
I was hosting a Q&A with these guys, and I got to ask them questions I'd thought of for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the whole... and we sat in a suite at WrestleMania, thanks to Armsports Entertainment.
Can't go wrong.
There was about 30 cherries on top of this cake, but yeah, I can't remember what the comment was on Reddit, but it was like, this will turn people off arm wrestling. Well, then there's no different to the point that we're at now. You know what I mean? Like, if we have this many people watching it, they're like, oh, well, they're not going to like arm wrestling. Well, that's okay. We don't want people in arm wrestling that don't want to be in arm wrestling, if that makes sense. We want people that look over and go, holy shit, that's pretty good. Is that Scott Steiner?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Holy crap. Jordan Sill is huge. That Ryan Ballesteros, shit, is his arm going to break? We know he's in a safe position, but they don't.
They don't.
Holy shit, this arm wrestling thing's amazing. I'd like to buy the T-shirt.
Do you know what the crowd did when the double Kings move got hit? They cheered.
Yeah.
They cheered. They thought it was awesome.
And we're not having a go at more. We're having a go at the people that have only commented on my channel for the first time, who have been attacking us in the comments. Not you guys that are in the chat now. You guys are awesome. And I put more weight on your feedback than most other people, all the regulars in the chat. Even if you didn't like it. Yeah, and Scott Steiner's got a huge announcement coming next week. So make sure Yeah, subscribe to it. Professor X from my man. And the free trip says, guys, that match was all right. You know, and we loved it more, obviously, French, because we're huge pro wrestling fans. But hang on, let me go to the... All right, hang on. Let's go to the comments just on YouTube. And people can have their opinion, that's fine. But, like, at least, like, be around the channel for a long time. Then when I click on you and it's your first comment on the channel.
Right.
I don't know if that's easier to see. WWE arm wrestling. I never want to see the like of this again. That's okay, Jason. Oh, no, that's not.
I got some bad news, Jason.
So do we upvote or downvote that one?
Well, what's the benefit of upvoting and what is the benefit of downvoting?
Oh, I don't want to give away my secrets.
Oh, there's secrets. I see.
Yeah. So, hang on.
I'm just finding Scott Steiner's channel so I can throw it in the comments for you guys here.
All righty. So let me go to the comment section on my phone. Okay, no, Jason Lloyd's cool. He's had 14 comments on the channel. He's okay. He can say what he wants, but you'll be seeing plenty more. A proper burial. This guy here says, truly embarrassing.
Yeah, it was embarrassing that the only way Scott Steiner could win is to utilize his brother Rick in a nefarious way. That was truly embarrassing.
Yeah, 5 comments on the channel. This guy said this Tamarak said the same thing on Reddit. Arm wrestling will turn people off from real arm wrestling. That was 100% false of what happened on the weekend. This stuff is cringe as hell, and I'm a wrestling fan. The two sports don't mix. Please stop this garbage. It does mix, and it works. It worked very well. Oh, hang on. So if I click on him, oh no, he's been very. I'll take this on board from Tamarak. He's been quite the engager on the channel, but a few of them only had like one comment. This is just sad, says this bloke here. Graphics. If you need confirmation that arm wrestling is on the rise, then just look at this fake show act. Watch all your senior former pro wrestling stars enter the world of arm wrestling. Yes, that were charging $120 for a photo that people paid. Only thing is you have to do is look like you're putting in the work. No more bruised hip, hurt knees, actual work you have to put in. Congratulations, arm wrestling. You now have your own slightly challenged brother to take care of.
You're wrong, dude. Arm wrestling is the challenged brother. I'm sorry to break it to you. We are all the challenged brother, man.
Anything with Aussie, Uncle Jon, Beer Man, etc. involved is bound to be trailer park trash.
I mean, that's definitely true.
Yeah, but this is German medical news channel.
Oh, well. German medical news channel. I bet your authority is high.
Dumb. Not a fan of these fake matches. That's
what
fine, buddy.
Fake? I got hit with a chair, for God's sake.
Gay. That's his first comment on the channel.
Oh, man.
Uncle Jon is a disgrace to this sport.
Oh, man.
Disgrace.
Yeah. Well, that's not the first time anybody's told me that.
Yeah. That's all it is. It's good fun, guys. Like, it's not like, how am I trying to put it? It's not going to turn people away from the sport. It's not. Like, zero. Like, if people are on the fence about arm wrestling, they're not going to watch this and go, I'm never involved in arm wrestling. They look at the comment section. Look at the big picture, guys. Look at, I don't know how many times I've said it. How many, like, I don't know how many sponsors I've lost or didn't get because I'm like, yep, we want a sponsor. And then they go to your Reddits, your Facebooks, your YouTubes, and they're like, no, man, your comment sections are the worst.
Yeah. Furthermore, the real reason people don't want us doing this is because it takes extra talent in order to be able to do it. You have to be able to speak. You have to be able to act. You have to be able to perform. And arm wrestlers, by and large, do not know how to speak, and they do not know how to perform. They do not know how to entertain. They know how to arm wrestle, and that's fine, but we ain't looking for those people. It's not what we're cooking.
And Devin's the most popular arm wrestler in the world because he's got character.
Right?
There you go. If you thought the first one was good, just wait. More legends, more top 10 in North American battles, and more. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean. And people will want to come on board. And that's fine. Like, there's so much arm wrestling for everyone. We're just collaborating with Hall of Famers from pro wrestling.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. That's for sure. What else have we got? Yeah, it's funny that we can't bring in pro wrestlers, but everyone wants strong men in the sport.
Yeah.
Floss or Die. I like Floss or Die. He's been a huge supporter of the channel. He says the normies already suspect arm wrestling is fake. Who are the normies? Like, I've never seen Floss or Die's cool. He's been a huge supporter of the channel. But who?
Oh, that was funny. That was good.
But I've never seen, like, whenever Devin wins, people call it fake, but I've never seen anyone watch a normal arm wrestling match. And you got to remember, Floss or Die, like, people will stop talking about this Scott Steiner match next week. You know, I'll do my East West King of the Table predictions, and we'll be talking about those matches.
Oh, Rajitha's got a good one here. Very, very bottom of the list.
Okay, let me go down.
But out of tune with a good point there as well.
Yeah. It's not going to hurt the sport. I wouldn't be pushing something so hard if I think it was going to damage the sport.
Yeah.
Like, I have a whole heap of videos. There's Scott Steiner's channel, by the way. I wouldn't, I have a whole heap of videos on the hard drive that I released because I thought it would hurt the sport or hurt a promotion. Some people, not you guys watching now, people who watch this later need to calm down. What else have we got? Now I want to see Uncle Jon versus Triple H.
Yes. Let's go.
Matt Mask is built for bash matches, 100%.
Yes. Matt's the type of guy. Both of those guys are the types of guys who can have legit matches, and they're awesome all the time. But it's like those three guys, right? It's Devin, it's Matt Mask, and Wagner Bortolato. They each got their gimmicks. They each got their way they do it. But then you look at everybody else, and it's fucking snorefest.
I thought, even though he lost, I thought Ryan Ballesteros shined.
Yes.
Gritting, shaking, couldn't pin Jordan Sill, screaming and shouting. He was... I thought Ryan Ballesteros was great. I could see a James Wall from the UK. He screams and shouts. Yep. Now, not everything has to be screaming and shouting, but yeah.
So Deeps just had the point here, which is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Right? This is probably attractive to WWE wrestling fans way more than arm wrestling fans. I agree. I'd never pay to watch this, but can understand why other people would. That is exactly what I'm trying to say.
That's the market that we're after.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And those pro wrestling fans, oh my God.
Yeah.
Now, it's not always about money, but no one's ever going to say no to money.
Right.
Like, yeah, like legit, I have some signed Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, and Ron Simmons training cards, and people were offering me like $120 each for them.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like, I could have walked, but I kept them. I didn't sell. I wasn't going to sell them. I just had them signed. They're staying in my collection. They're going to be up there. But yeah, you want these people in.
Yes.
Jelly Roll. Who was at WrestleMania? Like Tony Hinchcliffe, Jelly Roll, NFL footballers.
Mega stars, right? This is the thing. I think people who are not involved in pro wrestling underestimate the reach of pro wrestling. Pro wrestling is a worldwide $1 billion a year business, over $1 billion a year. It is one of the most lucrative forms of entertainment that exists. And you know, to hitch our wagon to that, even just a little bit, and get 0.01% of that viewership would blow arm wrestling into infinity.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you imagine if, like, you know, they show Scott Steiner at like SummerSlam and he's wearing a Bicep Bash and he just gives like a, you know, like a pose?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I think I'm done talking about ha 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 blah blah blah. But let me say one more time, ha 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 blah blah blah. All I'm now, my brain is just, where can we take it next? How can we do it bigger? How can we reach more pro wrestling fans and show them that arm wrestling is something that they could get into, you know? And not only show the fans, but show pro wrestlers. Guess what, boys? You want to get froggy? You want to get up on stage? You want to give a little grip and rip? You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Yeah. And that's how we're going to roll on to Arizona State. I mean, some of the super matches there. Jake, what do you think Engen would think of this? I do not care.
Nope.
I love watching the East versus West and King of the Tables. I love watching those. And we're seeing the world's best. But whenever I do anything in arm wrestling, I do not care what he thinks. I never have, and I never will. I'm not shitting on Engen. Don't misconstrue my words. But if you have said, what do you think Devin thinks? Or what do you think Travis thinks? It would be the same answer.
Yeah.
Anything I do in arm wrestling, the first person I ask for their opinion is my wife. And the last person's opinion I ask for is my wife's.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
There you go. But coincidentally, do you know who the first person was that I had a message from after the match?
Who's that?
Devin. That was the first message that I saw when I got backstage and sat down. First message. Ooh, Megatron with a good point that we've been talking about for a long time.
There you go.
Yeah.
But this isn't about... Jason Lloyd asked the question. I know he's not a big fan of what we're doing. Okay. And this isn't like... I don't want to bring up Engen's name on every show, but Jason asked the question, and and I answered. It's not about doing this. Like, they're doing some good things. Good luck to Ryan Bowen. He'll crush it in the commentary booth. But we've got some good things going over here. It's not trying to compete with them or become the number one promotion in the world. We're here to bring fans to an exciting event. And we did that in droves. Like when WWE wrestlers are more, how can I be a part of the next one? That's cool to me, but I thought that was a dumb question, Jason. A real dumb question.
Well,
but if you're asking in more of a fun way, he probably hated it.
Oh, of course. You could have gone back and looked at my 10 minutes I did live with Travis and Artem yesterday, but I was so aggressive they took the whole episode down.
What? Well, it might still be on there, but I was hoping to see you in the thumbnail or something like that. I couldn't find it.
I don't know. It was from yesterday, or was it yesterday? Or I can't even remember what day it was from. But yeah, we talked. If you want to know my thoughts on what Engen probably thought about it, I give them in pretty fantastic fashion on that one. Carolyn, what's up?
Arm Wrestling Names want to know what's going on and how to be involved. Yeah, because it's just fun. It's almost like a day off.
Yeah,
for them, to be involved. But it was thanks, Megatron. Thanks, Megatron. Out of truth says Jason Lloyd. Thanks for asking. It was worth the rest. But that's fine. The whole week was great meeting. But I think for me, it was Ron Simmons making sure the wrestlers met us.
Yeah.
That was very cool. Tim Talmadge looked after us like that. Like Tim Talmadge looked after us as if we were Jelly Roll or Triple H. He looked after us so much. And this isn't trying to cause a divide in the arm wrestling world. You know what I mean? Like people watch UFC, but they also watch Bellator.
Right.
And bare knuckle fighting championships. And
slap fight.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So Armsports Entertainment are trying something different. And if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times on the show. I love it when people try something different. And in my opinion, this was a Grand Slam home run. Yes. When Scott Steiner is messaging Tim Talmadge and Tim's partner, business partner, I should say, not his wife, all the time wanting to plan and get together and whatnot for the next one. I'm on board. I'm on board, and it's just going to be fun and enjoy. But it's cool, man. That's just the way it's going to be, But looking forward to other events. But yeah, we'll be back at it. I don't know if your match for Arizona State's been announced yet, has it?
I don't believe it has, but it's a big one. It's a good one. Left hand.
Yeah. Backhanded slap fighting, says rock and roll. Hey, hit the like button when you're in there. While you're there. Tim, if you're still in the chat, can you let us know? I believe one match I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if it's been announced. Like Tim's told us the match.
Yeah. So Arizona is June 7th.
Yes.
The Saturday. So I'm quite certain that all these matches will be getting announced in the next several weeks. Oh, this weekend, Tim says.
Okay. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be good. Some really cool matches. Arizona State Championships. It's always packed. It's going to be 300-400 pullers there, plus super matches. I think all on the same day. The super matches will be a pay-per-view. Check it out if you can. Because if everything goes well at Arizona State, then we can give away the next Bicep Bash for free if we land this, oh my God, this major sponsor.
Yeah.
Have a guess, people in the chat, who the sponsor could be. It could be amazing. If you guys have got any quick questions, we've almost been going an hour. It became more of a lecture in the end because I just got so passionate about it. Happens all the time.
We are passionate about it. I've never been more passionate about anything in my life.
It's good to see that we got Uncle Jon back doing that. Look out for Scott Steiner's announcement on his YouTube channel. I'm just trying to think what else. Arizona State. I'll be doing some next week. I'll do my I'll do it over 2 parts. The King of the Table. What's it called? Predictions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for those that want to talk about that. We've also got, I've got to do the press conference for the women's on Lucky's podcast, that channel. So make sure you check it out. I'll share it when I wake up in the morning and let everyone know that I'm going to be live on there talking to some athletes, and then the round robin will be live there. I'm not commentating it. I'm going back to bed, but it's going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Evan wrote, you can't ask questions. You've just got to guess.
Gotta guess.
And if anyone can guess it,
I'm still not going to tell you.
Yeah. Then you're amazing. Well, we love you, Ryan Bussier. We have a saying in Australia: when you stick fat, when everything's gone wrong and the whole world turns against you, you stuck fat. You stuck with us. Like Evan Roach, like Jar Corbin, like Arminian.
Yeah, he does great.
Andy Beckett, Pronator, Carolyn, the Drew. You guys have all stuck fat. Megatron, stuck fat. Because it's going to be... oh, there you go. Quick one for you, John. Will you ever post a video, maybe a short, like some training or weightlifting or a promo?
I was thinking about doing a video just talking about the match. And then do like watching the match, review the match, all that kind of stuff. But you know what? To tell you the truth, I don't care anymore. I don't care about that anymore. I'm a performer. I get my jollies on performing. And whenever I go into a zone where I'm creating content for a particular community, and then that either the community, you know, there are always a small contingent that are like awesome, but there's just so many that are so annoying. And I'm like, I would rather just get big. I'd rather train. I would use that time for training, use that time to think up new ways to make Bicep Bash better in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'll keep doing my thing, but I'm really on board with this Armsports entertainment thing. So much so, I've never, ever signed a contract in my life with all the promotions I've worked with, which a lot of people got really angry for. But I would sign a contract with Armsports Entertainment. That's how much I believe in what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah, I might watch Snatch again, David, and work on my Jason Statham accent. Joe Nelson said he loved it and he wants more. Oh, no, he didn't. He said, there's too much skin on this stream. Skin flu, you bastards.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's... Did you read Roy's?
Yeah. I, too, would like to see myself in that rather than that as well. I think we can all agree that that is a true statement for pretty much everybody in this chat.
But, yeah, keep on board, guys. Hope you can stick around and get on board what we're doing here. Yeah, it's going to be wild. It was an incredible event. what else? It was an incredible. I was away for 12 days.
Yeah.
And it was just like ridiculous.
It was too much and not enough all at the same time somehow. Like the last day that we were there, we were like, "Get me the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
But up until that point, I was not ready to go because it was just awesome thing after awesome thing after awesome thing.
Yeah, I was happy to just have Scott on the show before we even went. Like that was like mega to me. And then it's like, oh, we're working out stuff with Scott and he likes us. Oh, we're sitting next to him at dinner. Sorry to everyone else at the event, but I like always leaped over a table to get the best seat. I didn't care.
They kind of came in after us. We were already at like the ArmWrestler table, and we're just like, yoink.
See ya.
See you later.
You know, got to hang out with some stars. Went to Mexico. Flew on a semi-private plane. I mean, got to hang out with my buddy John. You know, we loved him. Saw Bret Hart at the airport.
Yeah.
Saw Charles Robinson there. What else?
We went to the good night of WrestleMania.
Yes.
Because if I would have been there for the Travis Scott finish of night 2, I might have burned down the Allegiant Center.
Yeah. But if Travis Scott promotes Bicep Bash, I'll be all for it.
Hey, that's fine. Travis Scott, I love you, buddy.
Yeah. That's for sure. But yeah, look, I think if I left everyone with one bit of advice, if you go back and watch it and whatever, just watch it for what it is. It was fun. Watch what every single person involved is having their time of their lives because they're having that much fun that Scott wants us to help him with his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is at 2.82 thousand.
There you go. Get on it, boys.
So watch out for the announcement for that. Have some fun. And what day is it today? It is. Oh, it's Anzac Day here in Australia. Very special day to us everywhere in Australia. And then I'm trying to think. What's next? Probably predictions Monday night. But this could almost be the retirement of John on Arm Wrestling YouTube.
What? You're just going to see me with my legs spinning in place before I speed away like Scooby-Doo.
And we'll finish this. Actually sell recliners. Why doesn't he have a warehouse shop called Steiner's Recliners? That is the best. It's going to be brilliant. No, it's got to do with the war, Evan. It's got to do with the war. Anyway, we're out of here. That's the Mastodon. I've got no hair. We will see you very, very soon. Watch out for Scott Steiner's big announcement.